What's happening? I'm N64 Josh. This is going to be a breakdown of the new trailer from Nintendo from All About Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. Here we go. Let's start this trailer. It's a little bit long. We're going to pause and talk about some stuff. I'm doing this live on twitch.tv/N64Josh.
Turn your Nintendo Switch system into a game board.
Here we go. See some air hockey, some other games here. Moncala. I don't know how many people are going to be playing this with the touchscreen. I don't like to touch my screen that much, but here we go. We're going to talk about some board games.
Some say this game dates back more than 6,000 years.
6,000 years old.
Hare and Hounds. A strategy.
Hare and Hounds? Never heard of this game before. If you have, tell me about it in the comments. Maybe somebody in chat can tell me about it. I've never heard of it.
A Roman classic that's been enjoyed by many.
Another game, super old. Never really heard of it.
Chinese checkers.
Of course. Who hasn't played Chinese checkers?
This game was
right?
actually born in England.
But we get some facts there, right?
A pencil and paper game.
Here's another one. This one was great on the original Clubhouse as well.
Hit and blow. A game of deduction.
Hit and blow? Never heard of it.
Hex. Take turns placing hexagonal pieces on a board. Connect opposite sides.
Looks like a cool game. Never played it. Checkers. Here we go. Here we go. You guys ready for this? Fun fact. Fun fact. In the 4th grade, I was the checkers champion of 4th grade. I just want to let you guys know that. Here's Connect 4. Great game.
Draw pieces
Great
into
game.
a grid and create a line of 4 pieces of the same color. Backgammon. Millions of people worldwide play this classic board game.
Millions of people. Chat, real quick,
Ludo.
let me just ask.
Land on a spot.
How many of you in chat play backgammon? I just want to know for science. How many does anybody in chat right now play backgammon? Let's see. One person said once. Larry says me a little. Most of the answers are no. No. Okay. So the next game we're seeing here, they call it Ludo. It's essentially the game Sorry. That's probably the game we would be most familiar with as a game called Sorry. As you make your way around the board, if you land on another player, you send them back to their home base, and they have to start over again. So very, very simple board game. Fun. I believe the Sorry that we played, you didn't necessarily roll the dice. You just clicked the little like popper in the middle that would roll the dice for you. So, what? Pitt from chat says I killed Ganon. Does that count for playing backgammon? I mean, no. Chad says I played backgammon a lot. Okay, so there's one person. That's good. That's Trouble with the bopper, not Sorry. See, there you go. That's Trouble. Also similar game though, right? Is Trouble similar to Sorry? I don't know. You guys could let me know in the chat. It's been too long for me. Okay, moving right along. Here we go. Moving right along.
By an opponent's piece, and it's back to square one for them.
Oh, back to square one.
Dominoes.
Boggle.
Fun fact.
Dominoes.
The original way to play isn't by lining them up and pushing them over.
Well, there you go. So it's not just about pushing dominoes over. I also love that they say fun fact because it reminds me of our good friend Super Nintendo. So I love that. So here's Yahtzee, but they're just calling it Yacht Dice. Okay. They're just calling it Yacht Dice. So I see in chat right now, somebody says, who's really going to buy this? Let me tell you, this is going to be a game that gets played a lot by me. A lot. Okay. So, and we could play this online together. So I highly recommend picking this game up. There are plenty of online multiplayer games. We can do tournaments in this game, and it's $39.99. And if you have multiple Switches in your household, you can download and do download play with this game. So let's continue on. So you have Yacht Dice. There's a lot of fun games here, and a lot of them we can play online. Renegade, which I think is like Othello. It's the same. This is something I've never played. It'll be interesting to learn some of these new games. Fun fact, I took 2nd place in the chess tournament in 4th grade. So, yeah, I was all about them board games. So, watch out. Watch out. Coming for you. Shogi looks kind of cool.
Mini shogi.
Again, not a game
Card
I'm
games.
familiar with whatsoever. This is the important one right here. Some of you guys aren't going to know this, and this excites me a lot, because Nintendo started in 1889 by making Hanafuda cards. So this game right here is a massive piece of Nintendo history. A massive piece of Nintendo history. I want to listen to what they say here. I'm going to turn it up so you guys can hear what they say. We might rewind it.
A picture matching game that originated in Japan. Texas Hold'em.
So
Make hands with.
I couldn't remember if they went into a little more detail on it or not, but this again was Wheat Bread in chat is saying OG Nintendo. That's exactly what that is. Nintendo started with Hanafuda cards. The company did very well. There is an incredible history with the Nintendo company. That it's not just a gaming company. It was Hanafuda cards. It was love hotels. It was kids' toys like that you've seen in past Animal Crossing games, like the I can't remember some of the names. Maybe somebody in chat can help me remember, but there was like the magic arm and the love tester. Some of the items that you've seen in past Animal Crossing games were old toys that Nintendo used to make. It was like glorified T-ball where you could it would throw the ball up and you could hit it. These are all toys from Nintendo's past. That's right. They made a love tester so you could find out if somebody was in love with you or not. So lots of really cool Nintendo history, and it starts with the Hanafuda cards. Next up is Texas Hold'em. This is going to be played on the regular. The only thing that bums me out about this screen right here is that it's limited to 4 players. But that also means we can do Texas Hold'em tournaments where we can set up, have people, we can do brackets, and we can do full-on Texas Hold'em tournaments. And I'm really looking forward to this. The problem is I'm going to have to set up something on my screen so you guys can't see my cards while we're playing. So, I'll have to come up with something. But this is going to be a game that gets played on the regular. So here we go. Let's keep going. Texas Hold'em.
Cards you're holding,
a lot
and
of fun.
The 5 cards on the table.
Blackjack, of course.
Add up the cards in your hand to get 21, but don't go over.
Another great game. Here we go. Last card. It's Uno. If you look closely here, you can see the reverse. You can see the draw 3 instead of draw 4, right? But this is essentially an Uno game, and it's called Last Card. So there you go. You get to play. Patuli says, Uno, my baby. But yeah, so, I mean, again, Uno's a lot of fun.
Play a card with the same number or color as the player before you.
Yep.
President.
President's not a game I'm familiar
Sevens.
with, but
Takoyaki.
Takoyaki is also a delicious dish. Speed is a lot of fun. Matching. Here's what I want to take a quick look at too. Look at the artwork that we're seeing on these games. We're seeing Mario and Peach. We're seeing Waluigi and Wario. Look at the artwork on the backside of the games. Do you see 4 little Mario heads, the mushrooms, the stars, the coins? My guess, I'm just making a guess here, is that you will unlock different, maybe different skins. Nothing's confirmed. I'm just speculating, but that will unlock different skins for the cards or different types of decks of cards, possibly. And the reason for that is you'll see a little bit later on. So Pig's Tale is pretty fun. It looks like a game that I used to play called Nerds, and that it's a very fast-paced game, and it could be, again, another one that could be pretty fun. I'm not sure. Let's go back and check that screen real quick. I want to see if it shows how many people are playing it. So looks like when the game started, you can see
Pig's Tail.
the person in the upper right. I want to check it again. See if it highlights.
Kickstail.
Yeah, so it looks like it's 2 players at least.
War.
This also looks like 2 players. So there you go. Nerds, you can play with an unlimited amount of people. But Matt says I'm the best at war. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, toy tennis. I'm going to point something out after we watch these games.
Fancy footwork will net you the advantage. Toy baseball.
Okay, right here. Toy baseball. This is probably, if you have Mario Party right now, Mario Party has a toy baseball. It's probably one of, if not the best minigame in that game that I highly recommend going and checking out. I don't know why, but this is incredibly addictive. It is incredibly addictive. So be prepared for these. And yes, Wheatbread, there's going to be a handful of games that are making their way to this this collection of games that were also on the Wii Play game that was back on the Wii. And looks like Wheatbread is also saying there were some games from Wii Party U on here, which I remember playing that game. I just don't remember some of these mini games, but definitely Wii Play back on the original Wii, which came packaged with the Wii remote. We're going to see a couple of those games
game between the batter and the opposing
right
team.
Here, but
Toy
they're pretty fun. The boxing looks pretty cool.
Toy soccer.
Kind of excited for that. Soccer could be interesting. Curling? I mean, come on. Who doesn't love curling? Now, bowling. They're going to get into it a little bit later on, but you're going to be able to play this with motion controls. And this was one of the best games. This was one of the best games on the original Clubhouse games, even though you played it with a stylus. So it's going to be great having motion controls for this. It's going to be like the Wii Sports. So who doesn't love curling, right? I mean, everybody loves curling. That's chat's messing with me right now. So you need Joy-Cons with the Switch Motion Plus inside. Oh man. So here we go. So there's bowling. Darts was also a great time on the original Clubhouse games. Billiards was fun. I'm a huge fan of air hockey.
Golf.
And this golf looks like it's going to be pretty solid as well.
Variety games.
Here we go. Variety games. This right here, definitely a game from Wii Play back on the Wii. Okay.
Keep your cool and quickly fire at
you can just tell by the movement of the movement of those crosshairs that is going to be holding the Joy-Con and pointing at the screen. And I mean, cool. If it works well, I'm all about it. And I know a lot of the other motion controlled games on the Switch work incredibly well. Not many people talk about this game anymore, but 1-2 Switch was great for some of the motion controls and especially the use of HD Rumble. And I'm curious on how they're going to use it with this. This looks like an interesting little game right here where you're just flicking your piece to try to score it in the different goals.
A game hailing from India, similar to playing with marbles. 6-ball puzzle.
Here we go. 6-ball puzzle. Like, again, this is one of those games that you could sit and probably lose yourself for hours just playing, similar to Tetris, things like that. It's a very familiar game that we've been playing for years, but just another one to have on the Switch on the go. It's a good time.
Battle tanks.
Battle tanks is definitely from Wii Play. Fishing could be fun.
Slot cars.
This is the one I'm most interested in. The only thing that I'm concerned about, and we'll get to it when they show it later, but
create a path for the turtle to crawl along.
Now this looks kind of cool. Having to create the puzzle by just shifting pieces around looks like it might be an interesting little puzzle game. I don't know how long you would want to sit and play this, but I for some reason this just kind of got my attention. I liked what I saw here this morning when I watched the trailer for the first time. Plus, I mean, the wind-up turtle, it's adorable. It's adorable.
Mahjong Solitaire.
Mahjong. Some people love Mahjong
Solitaire.
and regular solitaire. Not a
And
huge fan myself,
Spider
but
Solitaire.
you're gonna have some options
That's all
for sure.
51 games.
So there's the 51 games. This is what's cool. Look at these
There
slot
are plenty
cars,
of ways to
right?
use your Nintendo Switch as a game board for some
I'm
great
not gonna
family
touch my
game
screen.
time.
Not a fan.
Some games utilize.
But there we go. Getting to play bowling with your Switch Joy-Con in hand. I'll move myself out of the way there so you can see the picture. I hope this game plays as well as the Wii Wii Sports. I know a lot of people were fairly disappointed with the motion controls in Mario Tennis, because I think we all expected Mario Tennis to have as good of controls as it did as Wii Sports Tennis did, right? And it didn't. It kind of came up short. So I'm hoping the motion controls work well. It looks like, just from the video, it looks like it's going to be just fine.
Motion controls to
and even just the movement of the ball, I want to watch it again.
Switch as a game board for some great family game time.
Looks like it's going to be pretty
Some
solid,
games
so I'm
utilize
not
motion controls to
super
simulate
worried
them
about
in
it.
real life.
Holding the let's go back for just a second.
Some games
Look at how you're
utilize
holding your
motion controls
Joy-Con
to simulate them
to throw darts. You're gonna hold it like a dart. Make sure you put that wrist strap on and make sure, like, there was a website dedicated to TVs that were ruined by Wii remotes. So, be careful when using your Joy-Cons and throwing them towards your screen. Be careful. All right? Be careful. Because you don't want to see any TVs getting smashed. That'll upset some people.
real life.
The whole reason the Wii remote has that rubber protector around is because how many people threw their remotes at their TVs. So that they didn't, when they originally came out, they did not have that rubber protector over them. So here we go, moving along.
And other games can be expanded by lining up multiple.
So look at the way this track looks. This is incredible. I loved slot cars as a kid. I had a Transformers slot car track. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. As a kid, I collected a handful of different tracks, and I would combine them together to make tracks very similar to what we're seeing here. The only thing that I see as a possible missed opportunity is the way you hold the controllers. And we'll pause it right here. If anybody has played slot cars as a kid, or just remembers playing with slot cars, all you did was pull a trigger. So I'm really hoping that we're able to just turn the Wii remote, or the Wii remote, forgive me, the Joy-Con, and just pull the trigger to control your car. Who knows? Maybe this is going to be more like a racer. I mean, you see they've got their fingers on both triggers, and well, two of them have their hands on their sticks and two of them do not. So maybe there's motion control involved in this. Maybe you have the option. That could be what we're seeing here, is that you have a gas and a brake, and then you can choose to turn with the stick or choose to turn with motion controls. Not really sure, but why, there's at least 3 cars racing at the moment, and 2 of the people aren't using don't have their thumbs on the sticks. So my assumption at that point is that there's going to be motion controls in this with the stock cars. How many switches can we use here? Is it going to be a maximum of 4? Could you put 6 of them together? I don't know. It's probably a maximum of 4 based on there's only four racers. But how big can we take this thing? I'm very curious. Oh, there's the 5th car. I just had it. It was behind one of the switch bezels. So let's watch it again. I just want to see. I just want to see exactly if we can catch anything from it. Yeah, I mean, the slot cars, you don't really turn or anything, so it seems like motion controls would be strange that you just press the triggers to go. So we'll have to wait and see. Of course, you have local play. There's an very important little tidbit right here.
Of cards or tiles, you can use your Nintendo Switch for some entertaining local play. With just one game, up to 4 people can play.
So this is great. This is bringing back download play, which was available on the DS and the 3DS. And so, again, one person buys the game in your household. The other people just have to go and download it. It's in the fine print down there. It says free supplementary software will be available to download from the Nintendo eShop, and up to 3 players with this supplementary software can enjoy a selection of games and local multiplayer. So back on the 3DS and the 2D and the DS, you could do like download play with Mario Kart, and you could send the software out to other DSs or 3DSs, and you could have people race with you. They would be limited in who they could play as. Usually it was Shy Guy, and this will be limited as well. But it'll be good if you have multiple Switches in your household, and not everybody's going to be super into this game, but maybe they want to sit down and play some dominoes or whatever the handful of games that are available here is. So let's see. As far as, we're going to go back a second. Chat is wanting to know about how the tracks connect. So if you watch the beginning of the video here, you can see that finger is moving, and as it touches, it connects the tracks to the other Switches. And I believe you can shift them depending on how they're shifted, would probably affect where your corners are and things like that. So you could make, maybe you could turn one Switch like vertical, and it would change the outcome of the track. We're only seeing one example
Other
here.
games can be expanded by lining up multiple Nintendo Switch systems.
But very
For
cool
games that
nonetheless.
feature hands
It's
of
going to
cards
give
or
us a lot of
tiles,
variety.
You can use your Nintendo Switch for some entertaining local play. With just one game, up to 4 people can play. Online play is also supported.
Okay, so we got online play. I do want to kind of take, it looks like I wanted to try to pick the games that I recognize anyway. So it looks like Moncala. I'm not sure what this one is. Maybe the Yacht Dice. Looks like they called it Ludo. I don't remember some of the names of these, but it looks like the majority of the board games are going to be available online, which makes sense. Hold'em and blackjack, darts and bowling. That's the main one, right? We gotta get some bowling together, of course. Looking like golf is going to make it in there. Looks like curling. The toy soccer, baseball, boxing, the tank game that they showed. A few others that I just don't know just based on the icon. I'm assuming that the last card will make it on here. So it looks like a decent amount of games. And what's cool is you can pick the 3 games you want.
Play with friends and other players.
Here's even a bigger screen. So we got the tennis. Looks like speed. So some of these are just going to be 2-player games. Yeah, dominoes, Hanafuda. So there's a pretty decent selection of the games that you'll be able to play online, which is great. This is great. So there you go. You pick the 3 games you want, and then you pick the 3 games you want, and then it will match you with people that are looking for the same ones. Let's backtrack a little bit. We're looking at the amount of games. Looks like 45 of the 51 games are available, and so it's probably just leaving out the single player games. Because I mean, why would we need
friends
them online?
And other players worldwide.
Unless you were racing against the clock or something. But
each game has a video that explains the rules in an easy to understand format.
Hey, you can take your opponent's seat. Nice.
I don't know what that was, but it was super funny. Hey, you can take your opponent's seats. What's also cool though is they're going to give some of the history of these games, which I'm all about, because I love learning this stuff, and I'm very curious on what we will find out about Hanafuda and how much they will tie into Nintendo's history.
Some games even have modes that walk you through the rules, step by step. You can also look up rules or hints during play, letting you dive right into unfamiliar games without worry.
So that's nice. Stop mid-game, check and see if maybe you don't understand some of the rules, because some of these games I've never played before, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be in the same boat. And so to be able to quickly understand, quickly learn, and be moving forward so that you can get them down will be nice.
Did you know the first type of plastic used in billiards was at risk of exploding?
That's crazy, but I love goofy little facts like this. That's really cool. And again, like I said, I'm very curious to see what we will find out about the the Hanafuda cards and Nintendo's history. That's really what I'm hoping we find out some cool info about.
Fascinating tidbits like these are included for each game.
The boxing ring got its name because originally it was formed by people standing in a circle and holding hands. So there you go.
And make
fun,
for some
fun
fantastic
facts.
icebreakers.
Dominoes, backgammon, playing cards, and chess are considered the big four of parlor games.
If you're unsure about what to play next, the game guides will recommend games for you.
So that's nice too. If you can kind of just let the game tell you exactly what you want to play. If you're like, what's next? I love this. We're seeing speed here, but this time we're seeing it with a different set of cards. They have a different skin. You got Mario in the back. You've got little stars and the Koopa shells, the 1-Up mushroom, the Mario, Luigi, Peach. Like, I love this. And I mean, I hope we see this in a lot of the games, because I mean, you guys know me. I'm a sucker for any kind of Nintendo artwork. But it makes me think that it's going to be more than just having these games to play. It's going to give us something to work towards. Play X amount of games, unlock this. Win a hand by doing this, unlock this. So in a sense, we may end up seeing some achievements within this game, which will be great because it'll add to the longevity of it. It'll give us something to strive for and reason to go back to certain games. I'm more apt to go and play Speed again, knowing that eventually I get to unlock these cards, and then because I'm a sucker for Nintendo artwork, I'll end up playing this game even more. Can we buy these cards in real life? Yes, that's what chat's wanting to know, and yes, please. I'd be all about it. But I mean, here's another opportunity. Behind me in my closet, I have a chess set that is all Mario figures, right? It's Mario, Bowser, Peach, and you've got Goombas and Toads as the pawns. I want to see something like that. I believe you can also play checkers on that same board, and there's Mario themed checkers. And so I'm really hoping that those cards are just a sign of the many boards we will get to unlock with within this game. I really hope that's the case. So Patuli says Goombas as pawns. I'd learn to play chess for that. Right. Yeah. And so again, hopefully those cards are a sign that we are going to see many Nintendo themed board games within Clubhouse games. Even the figures, like in Sorry, if you will, right? If they were little Mario and Luigi, things like that. I mean, I play Mario Kart Monopoly, and it's a great take on Monopoly. It plays much different than regular Monopoly, and you're getting to use little Mario Karts as your game pieces. So I'm all about it. Love seeing Waluigi get a little bit of love. There's Bowser. What was that last card though? Let's see if we can stop it right on that frame. I want to see what the last card was. Oh, come on. It looked like it might have been Rosalina. Let's see. Come on. It's gonna be difficult.
51.
Yeah, it was Rosalina. Okay, I just had to see. I had to know.
From around the
So
world.
there we go. Oh, there's a home run in baseball. Oh, look, the Hanafuda cards, like we were just talking about. I didn't notice this the last time I watched it because I hadn't paused it. But here we go. Look at Mario, Luigi, Lakitu, Bowser, the Club Nintendo. Wait a minute. Why are they showing us Club Nintendo here? I'm actually going to take a picture of this. I'm going to take a picture of this for the old Graham here. What's that about? Why are we seeing Club Nintendo? We've got a Piranha Plant, bloopers, Boo, there, Wario, Peach, and Toad, Koopa. There's a variety of characters that we're seeing on these cards. So I'm man, this is pretty awesome. And I'm getting more and more excited for this game. And I love that they're bringing the Mushroom Kingdom into this, because it just, again, it's part of it's when I look at other games that have done this, Animal Crossing in the past, things like that, it's I love it. So here we go. What was that last card? Let's see if something else moved here.
Around the world. All in one.
Okay, so it doesn't look like anything tied to the necessarily tied to the Mushroom Kingdom. Just some leaves, but again, they look so great.
Clubhouse
very
games.
colorful.
51 worldwide
And so here we go.
classics.
People have been asking,
Available
when's it
June
coming
5th.
out? It's going to be available on June 5th. It's $39.99. You can get it physical or you can pre-order the digital right now. I guarantee within this community, we're going to be playing this game together. It's going to be a good time. So I do recommend picking this one up. If it's as good, which I really think it will be, as it was on the DS. This is a series I honestly wondered, like, where has this game gone? Where did this series go? Like, it was big on the DS. I think it sold very, very well. And I love that we're seeing them bringing over some games that were on Wii Play and some games that were kind of in Wii Sports, plus some of the games that were in the original Clubhouse games. What's funny, if you guys want to check out Clubhouse games, if you have a DS or a 3DS, you could. I've found this game for as cheap as like $1.50 at a used game shop. Right, it is a very, very inexpensive game to pick up because it sold so very well. So highly recommend. Let me know if you spotted anything in the trailer that I missed. Thank you so much for hanging out with me live as I did this on twitch.tv/N64Josh. You guys are the best. I love you. And yeah, if you're watching this later on YouTube, do let me know if you spotted anything else. I would love to see. And if you're excited about this game, you're picking it up, let me know in the comments as well. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye now.